You're about to watch a real-life website transformation, the before and after, of a Canadian business called Quantum Sport Therapy. They wanted to get a lot of people coming to their facilities, sign up for memberships, and so on and so forth, but the website just didn't pull in the business, not the way that they had hoped and expected. Contrary to most other websites, it actually didn't start that bad. Have a look at this. This is what you saw in what's called the hero section. First thing that you see when you land on the website. A beautiful video in the background. It's a little bit of a text in the middle, but simple and clean, right? So this was not the issue. But as we start scrolling the website, this is when the problem started. So down here, you see just like a couple of different boxes. They haven't even really said what they do effectively yet. They had a photo of the team. There was then a section like this: who we help, a testimonial, a little bit of their social media, but that's it. A visitor to this website probably expected to see, what can you do for me? What problems can you help me solve? What makes you different and unique? They probably would want to know, how does this actually work? A lot more information like this that just simply weren't here. And now when you go to the end of the website, if you're not impressed, you typically tend to leave it. They wanted people to start navigating around the website, and here again, just text. So they had a lot of problems, and we wanted to fix that by creating a much more creative and immersive website using AI. Although the previous video here was pretty good, it was kind of, it's a stock video. And I think a lot of people can tell that. People suss that out kind of quickly. So this section we wanted to make it a little bit better messaging, a more personalized video. I would like to have something where you straight away see yourself being trained and coached by the staff at Quantum Sports. And I also want to have something that just gives you the feeling of trust and credibility. So what we created was this here. Here you can actually now see how they coach their patients. They actually give recommendations. There's even a shot here somewhere where you see massage and a little bit from the city where they're from. So it's so much more personal when you land here right away now. And then you see we call out here in the tagline on top for active adults and aspiring athletes. So right away, it pulls people in, because if that's you, you're probably going to pay attention to the rest. And then we had a message here that we tried out after looking at some of the competitors. Finally, a clinic that treats the whole you, not just part of it. Then a little bit more about the how. You have now 2 call to actions: book an appointment or learn more. And we then also added no charge for the initial consultation, so that people don't feel any hesitation to pulling that trigger. And lastly, we just linked up the Google reviews so people can see how much people love the experience they're having with Quantum Sport. As we then kept scrolling the website, we had here, first of all, a couple of the different services they offer. And we also started with a couple of stats to showcase the credibility and experience that they have. As we keep scrolling down, here we now have a couple of the different treatments that they offer, or services they offer. Rehab, training programs, holistic health, and you see as you hover above something actually happens, which makes the website just feel so much more interactive. A little bit further down here, we also just wanted to call out the target audience. And here we did something really cool. When you hover above the audience that looks like it's you then get a photo that kind of feels a little bit more like, yeah, this is actually specifically for me. And with a very cool effect when you hover above them. Down here we added a section just to showcase how they are different from all the other options that they probably are looking at on Google. And we also added a little bit of a quick section of how this actually works. So see how many more questions we're answering for the visitor now. We also added this testimonial section with a bunch of nice quotes from people to see how it's just more alive and interactive and much more fun to digest as well. In the bottom, adding interactive FAQ. So you can click on the question here that you might now have once you've gone to the bottom of the website. At the bottom, we added a call to action, book an appointment, and we also added an integration to their Instagram so you can see the latest post. So it all just aligned really, really well with the rest of their marketing efforts. If you click book an appointment, we integrated this with their online booking system. You can click the treatment. Let's say that I want a massage. So I click massage, and then I can just select the time from their interactive calendar. To make sure this was the best website in their competitive landscape, I went to Google, searched, and I opened up 3 different examples. You now get to judge which one you think is the best. So number 1 is this one. Number 2 is this one. Number 3 is this one. And Quantum is this one. Huge difference if you ask me. My name is Edward and I love helping companies who's really good at what they do. They just don't know how to get a website to generate leads. So what I do is I do the entire process on behalf of my clients. I use AI to really figure out what is the recipe, what works and what doesn't. Write copy, create content, the whole shebang. If you or someone that you know need a better website, then reach out, drop a comment, or if you just want to learn, you can just like and subscribe so you train your algorithm to see more of my videos.